Mike Johnson's perpetual sad face once again makes perfect sense. Because in this breaking story, Mike Johnson's secret weapon just got exposed and it's left reporters stunned. How's it going, everybody? Hunter Avallone here with Occupy Democrats. Welcome back to another video. Now, Mike Johnson is absolutely pathetic. He's always playing different kinds of tricks, but now his secret weapon has been exposed. We're going to see that in just a moment. But first, let's talk about how and why Mike Johnson is getting called out constantly and for very good reason.
We want to reopen the government and do it immediately. And Donald Trump needs to instruct his employees here in the Capitol, that would be Mike Johnson and John Thune. They work for Donald Trump. They don't work for the American people. In fact, Donald Trump is the one who recently said, "I'm the president and the Speaker of the House." This is extraordinary stuff. Like, Donald Trump is openly mocking Republican leaders. We can find a path forward, but it's not going to come from Republicans in the House and the Senate at the leadership level. It's got to come from the Trump administration saying the American people have had enough of this Republican shutdown, have had enough of the refusal to deal with the health care crisis. As Marjorie Taylor Greene has indicated, this is a Republican health care crisis, and they refuse to do anything about it. She can't find their health care plan. We can't find their health care plan because it doesn't exist.
Yeah, Mike Johnson is just so unbelievably pathetic. Still, it's nothing compared to his secret weapon.
We are fighting for working families across our country, and I think the American people recognize that. But again, just to reinforce this point that you heard from Ranking Member Craig and all of my colleagues, with respect to SNAP funding in particular, it is a conscious, deliberate choice that the administration is making to not release the funds that have been appropriated for that purpose. That is why 26 states are suing the Trump administration and Secretary Rollins. Does anyone here not believe that with one phone call from Speaker Johnson, one phone call to the President of the United States or the Secretary of Agriculture, that those funds would be released tomorrow? Yes. And that families wouldn't go starving by the weekend? So I think it's important to dispense with again, rationalizations and excuses that Republicans have offered. They have made this choice. They know it. We know it. The American people know it as well.
And now Mike Johnson's secret weapon just got exposed, and it's left reporters stunned. That's right. Take a look at this breaking story. The media is stunned as Mike Johnson's so-called secret weapon just got exposed. And it turns out that weapon isn't strategy, charisma, or even leadership. It's simply playing dumb. For weeks now, House Speaker Mike Johnson has been caught on camera dodging question after question from reporters by claiming he hasn't seen it, hasn't heard it, or doesn't know. Whether he's asked about Trump's mental decline, violence by ICE agents, or controversies inside his own caucus, Johnson's go-to move is feigned ignorance, a strategy that's becoming impossible to ignore. Reporters have begun openly mocking him for it. Religious news service reporter Jack Jenkins caught Johnson in a lie after Johnson claimed he hadn't seen footage of a pastor being shot in the face with a pepper round by federal agents, even though he had already been asked about the exact same incident days earlier. Jenkins confirmed, "You'll hear me say, yes, you have," because Johnson was directly asked about it before. This pattern of, "I don't know," reached the national spotlight after Jon Stewart torched Johnson on The Daily Show. Stewart played clips of Johnson dodging questions about Trump, demanding $230 million in restitution from the Department of Justice, and every time, Johnson's answer was the same. He hadn't spoken to Trump, didn't know any details, and hadn't seen the reports. Stewart mocked the act, highlighting how Johnson's routine cluelessness has become a national punchline.
I don't know anything about the meme coin thing. I don't know. That's the first I've heard of that. I don't know anything about it.
I don't know. I've never seen the Epstein evidence.
I haven't seen the specifics of that. I don't know the details. I just saw a headline this morning.
I haven't seen it. I can't comment on it. I've been a little busy today.
Look, I don't know anything about the dinner. I was a little busy this past week.
I don't know anything about it yet. I've been really busy.
Do you support those comments or not?
I don't know what Eric was saying because I only heard just a snippet there. I don't know the context.
You just saw it, sir.
Even conservative commentators and political insiders are calling it out. National security lawyer Bradley P. Moss said he is deliberately refusing to look at information so he can remain ignorant. Others online piled on, with Mother Jones dubbing him the perpetually unaware, and one commenter asking whether Johnson spends his office hours facing the wall with his fingers in his ears. It's become so absurd that critics are asking if the Speaker of the House even reads the news at all. Johnson claims he's simply too busy to dig into the details, but as The Daily Show pointed out, Congress is currently out of session for another week, and Johnson still refuses to engage on urgent issues like the budget or healthcare. At this point, Johnson's ignorance isn't just embarrassing, it's strategic. His secret weapon is pretending not to know anything at all. But as more reporters and comedians expose the act, that tactic is losing its power fast. The public is beginning to see it for what it really is. Not innocence, not humility, but calculated deflection. Thanks so much for watching. Please click that like button and subscribe to Occupy Democrats so that you can stay informed and help us stop Donald Trump.